Jerry, what's happening, my man? Good to see you, brother. Archangel Dave in the building. What's happening with you, my man? What's happening, fellas? What's happening, fellas? How's everybody doing today, man? I said, bro, how's everybody doing today? I hope everybody doing good, man. I'm feeling amazing, bro. I'm up here still retaining my seed. I'm up here feeling great, bro. And I just want you guys to understand something, man. I want you guys to understand something, man. Okay. Semen retention literally is a journey through hell, bro. Okay. A journey through hell, bro. Okay. I know you guys are starting to see how the world is out there today. Let's keep it 1,000, bro. Let's keep it 1,000, bro. I know you guys can see how the world is today, man. Okay. There's no more hiding it, bro. You can't sit here and say you don't see the evil within our world. You can't sit here and say, bro, you don't see the low vibrational frequency within our world. Let's keep it 1,000, bro. It's all over the TV, man. It's all over the social media, man. It's all throughout your family, man. It's all in your relationships, bro. It's all over the place, bro. And it's being promoted 24/7 to us people out here. And this is why I've been telling you guys retention is so important. But let me get you guys to understand something. See, we live in a world, bro. It's either you're damned if you do right, you're damned if you do wrong. Okay, you can't do right in this world and make it, bro, and you can't damn sure do wrong in this world and make it. They want you to choose one side or the other, bro. This is what they want you to do in 2025. They want you to choose to be a good person. They want you to choose to be a bad person. Let me tell you what happens when you choose to be a good person. When you choose to be a good person, bro, these people identify you as a problem. Okay, they see you as a threat, bro. They see you as somebody like Christ. And this is where we get everything misconstrued about the true teachings of Christ and what he was down here doing, bro. We seem to look at this story as the pinnacle of what we should be inspiring to be in the real world, right? Let's just keep it 1,000. This is why they got churches, right? This is why they got churches, right? This is why they got Bibles all over the place, right? Because they want you to be a good person, right? Come on, I need somebody to answer the question. This is why they have all that stuff, right? This is why they teach us the Bible so young, right? Because they want us to be good people. Isn't that right? No. In all actuality, bro, what this is a trap, bro. Okay, this is a trap. They want people like you to come out here in this real world, bro, so you can be made fun of and you can be the object, okay, of which people, all right, are going to be make you a target. This is what I've seen, bro, over my journey in semen retention, which all of a sudden makes me put it together in my mind and get you guys to understand that, bro, this is a journey through hell. This is a literal journey through hell. Let me ask you a question, bro. What in what world do you know being a good person would make you an enemy, bro? Being a good person would make people want to come after you and do things to you. I just that right there just baffles me, bro. That this is the way our society is really operating behind closed doors, is they make people like that a target, okay? Because they don't want your light. See, these people practice behind closed doors in secrecy, bro. Okay. We got to understand these frats and these fraternities, these sororities, these are the biggest groups of people, in our society, bro. All right. And behind closed doors, they're doing dirty stuff, bro. So they don't like it when people like us come out here high vibrational, okay, really truly, walking in the footsteps of Christ, because Christ was not liked. This is one thing that I just haven't figured out yet, where I so many people who inspire to read the Bible, who inspire to say they're religious, to they're inspired, bro, all right, to do all these things in the light of being good in this world. And they don't seem to understand that all that in the end of the day does is make you a target, bro, in a world of the fallen. We live in the world of the fallen. I'm pretty sure it says that pretty clearly highlighted in that book that we all supposedly read. Okay. It's supposed to make us, look at it and be like, understand that, we're in a realm, bro, where we can't just trust people. All right. But instead, yet and still, all right, they've got us to believe that trying to inspire and be like that good hero in the book, just like the superheroes that they give us on our TVs and our movies, bro. We're inspiring to be these good people, man. And then when we do, bro, we get taken advantage of. Okay, we get made fun of, we get pointed out in the society, bro. We get ridiculed, we get mocked. Okay, we get stalked. All right, this is the things that they failed to tell us in that good book that was truly happening to our Christ, bro. Okay, because Christ was not liked. Christ's life was taken from him by a bunch of haters. Okay, by a bunch of haters. And this is why this is a journey through hell. This is a journey through hell, because you are now choosing, bro, to walk the higher path. You are leaving the world behind, bro. You are no longer consuming the corn. You're no longer consuming all the crap that they throw at you on social media. You're not low vibrational anymore. Okay. And when you're not low vibrational anymore, bro, you can see the world in a completely different eye. Okay. We're talking about from 3D to 5D. All of a sudden, you see all these traps, bro, and you sitting back protecting your energy, bro. And this is when the matrix finds you. Okay, Mr. Anderson. Okay, Mr. Anderson and Mr. Smith. Okay, Mr. Smith does a good job, bro, of body hopping in and out of different bodies. Okay, this is a reality that we live in. Okay, they see your energy, bro, and then the matrix attacks you. Let me tell you guys something, man. I thought that I was absolutely walking what you're supposed to be walking in life. Okay. I really believed that this is the way that society wanted men to be. This is what I believe, that, people were truly inspired to try to be in this world. And then I started living a little bit more life. I started experiencing a lot of things. I started experiencing relationships, jobs, communications, okay, friends, family, all right, social media, all right, life experience, little ones, all the things that I started to, experience over my life. I started to see that this is far from the truth. Okay. This is far from the truth. This is all a test down here. Okay. And every single move that we make, bro, has some severe consequences. All right. It pulls at our energy, it pulls at our aura. Okay. And everything that they're using in society that they're telling us that we need as a man has been a complete lie. Okay. All it's doing is causing more and more hell over your life. When the name of the game and the object, bro, of what we're supposed to be doing is we're supposed to be accumulating this thing called peace. You see, peace is the place where you want to be, bro, where there's no frustration, there's no traffic, there's no loud noise, there's nothing that's going to make you irritable. Okay. You can hear your own self think, bro. All right. You have a better connection with the Most High because the line is clear. You don't have a whole bunch of distractions going on. All right. And this is what they fail to tell you, bro. Okay. They fail to tell you that this is the heaven. This is the true heaven on earth. This is the divide. You got to make a choice, bro. Are you going to live in the low vibrational frequency of hell, bro? Or are you going to live in the high vibrational frequency of heaven? Okay. And what happens is most people start to get the experience. They start to see what happens to you when you truly become a good person. They start to see how you become a target and people don't like you, bro, because they think you're acting fake, because you're always smiling, you're always feeling good, you're always to yourself. All right. You're not wanting to go out to the bars and eat hot dogs. You're not wanting to go out and get some beers. You're not wanting to go out and eat some high fructose corn syrup or drink some fluoride water. Okay. Or jump in a pool of chlorinated water. Okay. You are doing things, bro, that are from a now a higher perspective. And the world doesn't respect that because the world has been taught to be in a low vibrational energy of hell. Okay. They're down in the jealousy, the envy. Okay. They're down in the hating. All right. They're down in the sneak dissing. Okay. They're down in the low vibrational energy. Okay. Where they're depleted of sexual life force energy. And I told you guys, bro, if there's one person in this world that you cannot trust, is a person who is low and depleted on sexual life force energy. I don't care if it's a woman. I don't care if it's a man. If he doesn't retain, you can't trust him. If she sleeps around with a whole bunch of different dudes, you definitely can't trust her. All right. This is the frequency. This is the divide. Okay. This is where we're at in 2025. Okay. You got to make a choice, bro. Okay. When you're walking through hell, you got to make a choice, bro. What is it that you're going to do? How are you going to live? All right. And I've chosen to take the highest path. And because I've chosen to take the highest path, bro, it comes with the highest consequences because we are yet and still in this world of the fallen, bro. Okay. They want you to be out here, I told you, in your low vibrational frequency, deceiving people, smiling, acting like they really cool and legit and cool with you in the background, bro. They hating on you, plotting on your downfall. Okay. This is a journey through hell. I have seen so many things. I've seen so many ups and downs. I've seen so many low vibrational spirits. I've seen so many monitoring spirits. I've seen so many stalkers. I've seen so many different things, bro, that have showed me, bro, that I have made the ultimate right decision. Because if I didn't, bro, in fact, I would be joining the rest of these people, all right, who are holding up the act, who are holding up this masquerade, who are holding up this false mask of themselves in society, okay, leading people down the road, leading people to lose their souls. This is what's going on out here, bro. And if you haven't chosen this higher frequency and this higher path, bro, then you are just getting consumed with all the negative energy now that is sweeping across our nation. And you guys must understand, man, this is not a game anymore. Okay. We are out here seeing what is happening in our society. All right. We are out here seeing the problems, bro, that are taking place, bro, that are out of our control. Okay. We're seeing the hate. We're seeing the Batesism. Okay. We're seeing the jealousy. We're seeing the lies. All right. We're seeing the greed. We're seeing the lust, bro. Okay. It's all over our tube, bro. It's all in these apps that we watch every single day, bro. Okay. It's all in our FYPs. We can no longer deny what is going on in this world. Okay. And I want you guys to understand, man, this is a journey through hell. And let me tell you something, bro. When you make it through this journey, okay, when you make it through all these levels, bro, when you graduate, when you ascend to the top of your class from garnishing all of this knowledge and wisdom, bro, that you done picked up on your journey, let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something, man. You have the eyes like nobody else. You have the all-seeing eye, bro. You see the good and the evil, okay? And this is why I told you, man, they end up coming for you, bro. And this is no joke, okay? I'm trying to tell you guys they're going to end up coming for you, bro. It doesn't matter if you're good. It doesn't matter if you're bad. Either way, they're going to want you, bro. Okay. But the simple fact of the matter is when you choose to be good like our Christ did, you become the target. You become the stock, bro. They did not like our Christ for being a good person. They did not like our Christ for spreading love, bro. They didn't like our Christ for healing the sick, bro. They didn't like our Christ for exposing all the wickedness that was going on in the system. Okay. And this is where they come for us. We're sitting here thinking we're doing the right thing in the life, bro. We're sitting here telling people the honest truth. We're telling people how to live from their higher selves, man. All right. And then we get made a target in this world. All right. This is what I'm talking about, a journey through hell, man. Because you are literally, okay, dodging all these traps, bro, okay, on your ascension on the yellow brick road to heaven. Okay. And let me tell you guys something, man. There is nothing that I have done that has been better than this. Okay. The clarity, the focus, bro, on my life, bro, the vision, bro. All right. All the things that have gone on this journey, bro. I would never go back and trade it for anything, man. Because I couldn't imagine walking around in 2025 with empty balls and not having eyes to see. You guys don't understand on what's going on out here, man. This is a real deal game, bro. Okay. And you guys got to make the right choice. Okay. You believers out there, you people who already have the know deep inside you, man. Okay. You already have your spirit guides leading you to do the right thing in life. I just want to let you know that you're not alone in this walk, man. Okay. You're doing the right thing. Our time will come, bro. Okay. Just have faith, just have belief. All right. On the things that you believe in, man. And I'm telling you, bro, we're going to have our time. It says it in the book, whether it's if it's real or not. Okay. There's two sides of the story. There's the sides when the bad wins, and there's the side when the good wins. Okay. You got to decide on what it is that you're going to do. Are you going to endure everything that you're supposed to endure? Okay. Or are you going to be one of these people who sell out and give in to the dark side? Okay. You got to make a choice, guys. Okay. Because in 2025, there is a quite obvious divide. All right. And we got to protect our energy. We got to understand what we're seeing out here. Okay. It's not a game. All right. Now, the next thing that I want to talk to you guys about, I want to talk to you guys about, do you lose your benefits if you relapse? Okay. Now, I must tell you guys, I've never relapsed. Okay. I've never been one of these people, bro, who has relapsed. So I couldn't tell you on exactly what I believe you would lose. Now, I'm going to go off of common sense. Okay. I'm going to go off of logic. Okay. I'm going to go off of what you already know as a man retaining its seed. You already know every single time you deplete your energy, you feel something. Okay. Whether you want to sit here and try to make up lies and say that you didn't lose any significant amount of injury, which we all know is cap. Anytime your body lets you know a symptom, anytime your body lets you know from energy, okay, that you are lacking in any kind of particular area, bro, you understand that you got to understand that the energy that you have lost, okay, is significant. All right. It's done a tremendous amount of energy loss on your body. Okay. We know this. Okay. Every single time a man releases his energy, we know this is going to happen. Now, here's what I want you guys to understand, that the most important part of this is that people fail to talk about. Okay. When you release your energy, okay, you got to understand you consciously made this decision against your morals. Okay. I want you to really think about this. You consciously made this decision against your morals. Okay. What's this mean? Okay. This means, okay, that when you relapse consciously, okay, there's going to be a major type of repercussion that comes with that. Okay. We're talking about the mental thoughts. Okay. We're talking about the guilt. Okay. We're talking about the shame. Okay. We're talking about types of energy that we don't really perceive, okay, as, loss of benefits. All right. Which they are pretty much, those are the top things that I would say would harm anybody's semen retention journey in the long term, because you got to understand, man. Okay. Once you've allowed your mind to conquer, once you've allowed your mind, okay, to overtake your body, okay, now you're just somebody who's sitting there, okay, who's ready to be taken advantage of. Let's keep it real. Okay. We'll end up making deals with our lower self. Okay. Well, we're only going to do it 2 more times. Okay. All right. We're only going to do it for 3 more days. Okay. Or we're only going to do it 1 more time. You guys already know what it is, what I'm talking about. Okay. You start to sit there and you start to try to rationalize the things that you're doing. And this is why I want you guys to understand is a huge, huge problem. Okay. And this is one of the biggest parts where I think you lose out when you relapse. Okay. Because now you've lost all that momentum. You've lost all that energy going in the right direction. Okay. And you're going to have to recreate that momentum. You're going to have to recreate that discipline, bro. Okay. And this is where I would say the biggest downfall is if you relapse. Okay. So yes, right off top, you're going to be losing a whole bunch. Okay. You're going to be losing a whole bunch of confidence. You're going to be losing, a whole bunch of, like I said, steam going in the right direction. You're going to have to recreate and rebuild that motivation. Okay. So yes, you're going to be losing out majorly when it comes to that aspect. The next thing, if you relapse, I want you to understand. Okay. Once you guys have summoned this energy, I want you guys to understand something. So we sit here and we talk about it. Okay, we talk about being in the midst of a relapse and what takes place in the midst of a relapse. You got to understand something, bro. That is not something that you just go down and it just happens in 2 seconds. Okay. It isn't as soon as you pull down your pants, bro, you relapse. It doesn't work like that. You have to really have your mind in that state. You have to literally summon this energy. You literally have to summon this energy. I want you to think about the process, bro. You literally have to summon this energy, bro. Okay. And as you're doing this, you got to understand, man, once you've done that, bro, and you have came to the point where you've released this energy, bro. All right. We understand the minerals, the vitamins, the nutrients that come with that, bro. But we also fail to understand, bro, the process of summoning this energy. Okay. We're talking about this is almost like a meditative state. You guys are not seeing everything for what it is because you're just thinking this is a natural process and everything that you're doing doesn't take any significant amount of energy. When I'm just trying to show you here, just on the first two examples that I've given you, bro, that is a significant amount of energy loss, okay, that most people don't perceive. Okay. And this is why when you fall inside of this relapse, okay, bandwagon, this circle, okay, this process, bro, okay, you are taken off guard. And this is why most of these guys fall off of semen retention and never get back on it because they fail to realize that this is the most significant part of their relapse and not the physical energy itself. Okay. We all understand that you can, rejuvenate by taking a break and eating your food. Okay. And getting the proper diet and getting the proper rest. Okay. You are able to build this nutrition back up in your body. We understand all that. Okay. But we are not here to beat around the bush, bro, when it comes to what type of energy that we are losing when this process happens. I want you guys to understand, man, this is the most significant energy loss, okay, when you are relapsed. So it's a most definite, bro, that you do lose a lot of your benefits when you relapse, okay, especially that mental aspect, the part that's going to keep you strong, the part's going to keep you, bro, from going back and staying in this cycle. All right. So I think personally, okay, that you should avoid at all costs. I understand, bro, that there's going to be times where you're walking through hell and you're going to feel the low vibrational energy. You're going to feel the loneliness of solitude. Okay. You're going to have the emotions that come through your head of old relationships. Okay. You're going to have new problems taking part in your life that are trying to distract you and trying to pull you down and keep that energy low. One thing that I want you guys to understand is, man, there's nothing better that you can do, bro, but just to keep going and be strong. I want you to understand, man, this is what's kept me on my journey, okay, since my very first journey. Okay. I just decided to never give up. I told you guys that I've had a tremendous amount of pain and blue balls around in my first journey. I done told you, bro, that I done had the succubusses come in my dreams night after night trying to steal my seed. I done told you that they done send these people into me in the form of honey pots and real women in real life that just all of a sudden come in my life and just love me to death and just want nothing but just to take my seed. Okay. When I tell you guys, bro, that you must understand, man, that this world is going to come for you and you have to remain strong, bro. You have to remain solid. The best thing that you can do is just say no. You guys need to develop that no muscle about yourself, okay? Say no to anything and everything society is projecting on you because all they're trying to do, okay, is lower your frequency down so you're more easily susceptible, all right, to the programming. And we see the program is heavy and thick right now. And this is why semen retention is so important in 2025. We have so many different things that are going on out here, guys. You guys got to protect your energy. So that's all I wanted to tell you guys. I just want you guys to focus, man, on what the mission is out here. Okay. The mission is out here, bro, is to endure. The mission out here is to understand, bro, that you are taking a journey through hell right now. Okay. You are ascending all the lower red chakras. You're ascending this world, okay? You're trying to rise, bro. You're trying to cause a divide between the good and the bad, okay? You have to make the choice. There is no playing on both sides of the fence, bro, because you're going to lose either way, Okay, you're gonna lose either way if you're playing on both sides of the fence. The Most High is not gonna know you, bro. Okay, if you're sitting here thinking that you can play both sides of this fence. Okay, and this is a reason why things will start to, drastically change in your life. And I want you guys to understand you got to be prepared for it, okay? Because this is a real spiritual war, bro. And these people down here are going to let you know, and they're going to let you, recognize that this is, in fact, this is what this is, a real spiritual war taking place, bro. And you got to choose on what side you're going to be on. And if you're retaining your seed, then I know you're going to be on the side of the Most High. You're going to be on the side of high vibration. You're going to be on the side of being high frequency. Okay. And that's what we're here to do. So I appreciate everybody that came up in here. Your boy's about to dip. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to read a couple of these comments and I'm going to get up out of here. Jerry, what's happening with you, brother? I appreciate you for being in the building, Jerry. Thank you for stopping in here today, my man. Archangel in the building. Appreciate you for being up in here, my man. Thank you for stopping through. Young Carter in the building. Appreciate you for stopping in, man. Thank you very much. Good to see you, my man. Swayze in the building. What's happening with you, bro? What's happening with y'all, boss? Good to see you, my man. I want you guys to understand that I decided to drop a couple social medias. Okay, I'm no longer dealing with TikTok, bro. Okay, I told you, for somebody like me, the type of information that I share. All right, I'm no longer dealing with TikTok, bro. Okay, social media. I told you guys about a week ago that social media is no longer safe, and I'm telling you what the real is. Okay, a lot of you guys that are out there that are that are going out on your shield, I commend you, but I want you guys to really reconsider on what it is that you're doing out here. I want you guys to understand, man, that it's not safe. Okay, I want you guys to understand that you got to protect yourself out here, man. Okay, you are a target when you become a good high vibrational being. This is a fallen world. I promise you guys, this is not cap. This is not a game. This is not me up here talking movie theater. Okay, this is me talking to you in real life, bro. Okay, if you were standing right next to me right now, I'd be telling you the exact same thing, man. You can't trust people out here. You got to protect yourself. Okay, you got to keep your opinions to yourself. You don't know who you're talking to, bro. You're in a fallen world, bro. Okay, have you seen that movie Fallen with Denzel Washington? Okay, that's when these demons are able to body jump to different people. I'm telling you, bro, this is what's going on out here, and it's not no game, bro. This is really real. We are really living, bro, a real life spiritual war, bro. Okay, and we're down here in these fleshly bodies, bro, having to fight our own battle. Okay, we're down here wrestling, bro, with these dark entities and these dark energies, bro. Okay, and the only way that you can keep them off of you is by keeping your vibration high. And when you choose to keep your vibration high, this is when you're exposed to this world of darkness. You're able to see under the veil, bro. You see all these spirits and these energies on different people, man. And I'm telling you guys, man, it's not safe, bro. This is why you can't just be talking about whatever you want to talk about. Okay, you have the people that are already doing this. The chosen ones are already up here doing this, bro. Okay, if you're not a part of this journey, man, listen, man, it doesn't mean that you're not someone who's going to ascend. It doesn't mean that you're not someone the Most High is not going to deal with. Okay, I'm just trying to protect you from a father role, from a big brother role, okay, to someone who truly cares about you, because most of these people out here have not experienced what I've experienced. Okay, this is not a game. Okay, and you guys got to protect yourself. Yo, Angel, what's happening, my man? Appreciate you for being up in here. He said, yo, what's up, my guy? I'm doing good, my man. I appreciate you for being up in here, brother. Saw the Sage in the building, my guy. Good to see you up in here, man. I really appreciate you for stopping in, my guy. Thank you for stopping by, Saw. That's what's up. Carter says that he's on day 271. That's what's up, brother. That's a good streak, man. Congratulations, bro. Congratulations, man. All right, you're on your way, bro. You're on your way. That's a really good streak, my man. I cannot front. James says all All of this is a part of the games they play. Tell the truth, bro. This is exactly what it is, man. And this is the world that we live in, man. Okay, guys, you guys really got to understand this is bro, this is no joke, bro. Okay, this is the world of the fallen, bro. Okay, and you got to make a choice. All right, you got to make a choice, man. It's either be with the good or be with the bad. And this is why most people fold, because unfortunately, bro, there's way more bad people in the world than there is good. So what is that going to do? All the bad people are the ones that are willing to cause harm to somebody. All the bad people are the ones willing to put their neck on the line, to silence and try to keep others quiet. Where all the good people are like all the good animals in the world. They're the animals that don't eat meat. They're the animals that don't eat blood. They're the animals that eat the vegetation. And what happens? You have all the bad, animals in the world, bro, who want to consume these type of animals. And this is what you got going on in 2025 in the modern day. Okay. And this is why I'm trying to tell you guys, you should be keeping a lot of your high vibrational frequency to yourself around this time, bro. Okay. We're past those golden years, bro, where it was safe for us to come on here and give our opinions about what we feel, all right, as far as spirituality goes. Okay, I told you guys you become a target, right? Okay, now in 2025, and it's just not safe. So understand, you guys, protect your energy at all costs. All right, understand what we're dealing with, man. All right, and the best thing you could do is put on your armor of God out here. Tell them, bro. YMBTY says inverted world is exactly what it is, man. Okay, from every aspect. All right, we're supposed to be, down here in harmony and all, in high vibrational frequency. And unfortunately, it's changed. All right, and the way I look at it now is you just got to let these people have their world. Okay, this is what they wanted. This is what they want to create. Okay, we're no longer a part of this world. All right, and we're waiting on our rapture. Okay, we're waiting on, okay, for our God to come back. We're waiting on our creator to come back. Okay, because like I said, you got two different beliefs down here. You got people who do not believe, and you got people who believe. And I'm just sitting here to tell you that the people who do not believe, okay, are really the bullies. Okay, they're the people that go around that force their beliefs on others. There are people that go around and literally make the world uncomfortable. This is why we think that we're living in hell, when in all reality we can live in any environment that we want to live in. And semen retention is just one of those key tools to help you keep the frequency high in your mind. It helps you keep the mind elevated. It keeps you in positivity. It keeps you from falling into low vibrational frequencies, all right, which could have a tremendous effect on the way do you think. Okay, and the way you think creates your reality. So you guys got to understand, man. Okay, this is a serious game out here. Okay, this is a serious Ready Player One game that we're living in, and you guys should be armoring yourself up with all the knowledge and wisdom that you can. We are hated for being positive. Crazy world it is, bro, and that's just the way it is. Okay, I like I said, I really wish that it wasn't like that. All right, I really was, I was really optimistic growing up. Okay, I had to learn. I had to, like I said, it took me, all the way up until my years that I'm at now. Okay, it took me this long, bro, to see that this world is not what I thought it was. Okay, but nevertheless, it's not going to stop me from being who it is that I'm supposed to be. And this is what I want you guys to understand. I want you guys to understand, no matter how tough this world will ever become, okay, nothing lasts forever. I want you to understand that first and foremost. Okay. I want you also to understand that the last shall be first. Okay. And the first shall be last. Okay. It's written. Okay. Your job is to not fold. Your job is to endure. Okay. Even though times may seem like you can't win. Okay. It seems like you're fighting a battle that you can't win. Okay. And optimistically, you're not supposed to win, because we're not really supposed to be fighting this battle. This is not our battle to fight. Our job is to remain, in a frequency of love and peace. All right. Keep our vibrations high. Okay. And this is how we win. This is our part of the battle. And this is why I came here and told you guys stream after stream on how to keep your vibration high. I told you had to start with the diet. I told you had to, preserve and conserve your sexual life force energy, both men and women alike. Okay. I've showed you guys, all right, the remedy, all right, to this situation. But I also want you guys to understand that, when you choose to go this route, okay, life's going to greatly change for you, because you got to understand we are the minority. Okay. We are the minority in the world where evil is the majority. Okay. And you guys have to understand that key fact. Crypto Views oh nice says, brother, how do you stop wet dreams? That's a good question, man. That's a really good question. And you want to know a true fact? Okay, it's been how long has it been for me? It's been well over year and a half, almost 2 years since I had a wet dream. And they tried to get me. The succubus tried to get me about 4 or 5 days ago. The succubus tried to get me in the dream, bro. All right, had me in a. I woke up in a dream, bro. I swear I woke up in something so real, bro. It was so real, bro. Okay, and this is the truth, man. This is the truth about wet dreams, bro. You got to be very careful. And I'm gonna tell you how I messed up, and I haven't had that problem since. So I woke up in something, like I said, I woke up in something good, bro. I swear I was knee deep in something, bro. It was one of those real dreams, and you wake up right in the middle of it, bro, and you realize what you're doing. And I woke up in that dream and I realized what I was doing, and I came up out of that dream, bro, and I was right there at the moment, bro. Okay, out of my dream. And what happened to me? What brought about this, possible wet dream, okay, that was about to commence, that I woke up and thankfully stopped, because I would have been completely distraught after that. I would have been, I would have felt humiliated, bro, knowing that, a succubus, okay, a evil entity, a demonic spirit came into my dream and got me to, fornicate and release my powerful sexual life force energy. Well, let me tell you, I had a big, huge, dramatic change in diet. Okay. And I told you guys that this was the number one thing that will stop any of you guys on your journey. And you guys better believe what I'm saying. Okay. So, what did I consume? What did I have? I ended up consuming some spaghetti. Okay. And spaghetti is like one of the worst things pretty much that you can eat, because of all the starch, okay, the red pasta sauce, okay. This is symbolic of the lower red frequency. I told you, if you were to go around in our society, you look at all of the fast food establishments that we have that service this food that is causing such an epidemic of obesity and overweight and out of shape and very sick, people, you would understand that they use the color red. Okay. And what this color red does in their foods is it targets the lower red chakra. Okay. Where your lust and, all that nasty mannish stuff comes from. Okay. And it stimulates, the nerves, and it stimulates, that organ down there. This is a fact that these foods do that. They stimulate, okay, the sexual centers. And you got to think, when you're in a dream, okay, you're pretty much vulnerable. All right. This is when you're in one of the most vulnerable states. And this is why it's so important to be consuming high vibrational foods. We're talking about foods that are promoting the good things, okay, that are promoting the digestion, that are promoting the blood cleansing. You got to eat then things like that, because if you don't, you're going to wake up in one of these situations, bro, where you could possibly relapse. And diet is probably 80% of the equation when it comes to how to stop a relapse. Okay. So what I would recommend you to do is to clean up your diet 100%. Okay. You have to really go back and evaluate what it is that you're putting in your body, and you have to take it seriously. Okay. A lot of us don't have discipline, man. I'm dealing with, family members and friends right now who, literally did not make the shift. And, and I feel concerned about a lot of people who didn't make the shift. People really think that this world is, what they think it is. And I promise you it's not. You're going to be judged on every single thing that you did. Okay. Every single thing that you did, you're going to be judged. And your diet is one of the biggest things that you're going to be judged by. Okay. So you got to understand, you have to eat the things that are appropriate to maintain healthy function in the body. And we already know that involves around the alkaline diet. Okay. So make sure you're consuming, healthy fruits and vegetables, especially when you're on retention, bro. Okay. We're talking about you trying to become your higher self. We're talking about how to, basically, transmute all of that positive energy, bro, into higher, and higher frequency. And the only way you're going to be able to do that is to keep your frequency high, do the proper diet. So avoid all fast foods. Okay. Anything that, is processed, anything that is basically, going to cause the body some kind of disease, you have to avoid it. And that is how you're going to conquer, okay, beating, wet dreams. And, I've been doing this, I'm almost on my 7th year of retention. Okay. So I have, you know, all the proof to let you know on what it is that you need to do to protect yourself from those types of things. So that's the number one thing that I would recommend for you, bro, is to go back and reevaluate what you're putting in your body. And from that point on, you should be okay in the realm of relapse. Limit Break Ultra. What's up, Brian? He said, I used to watch you years ago. SR is real. Thank you for that. Why you sound so youthful? I sound youthful because I'm happy and I'm free. Okay. I told you guys semen retention sets you free, and I'm not making this up. All right. Semen retention sets you free. I'm happy, bro. I'm at peace. Okay. And I told you guys it's a mindset. They can never take it away from you. The only way that they can take it away from you is to get you voluntarily, bro, to start depleting yourself, get you voluntarily to start putting, the low vibrational foods in your body, which trigger, okay, the weakness in your sexual energy centers. This is the strategic way that they get people. Okay. And like I said, no matter what happening in your world, no matter if they take everything from you, if they take everything from you, I'm talking about everything, your life, your job, your house, your family, it does not matter, because you are retaining your seed. You are in a state of peace, bro. Okay. And this is where the Most High wanted you to be, in a world of the fallen. This world was never meant for us to be down here surviving. This is the fallen's world. This is their time to have fun. This is why you see so many people out here partying like it's 1999. It's the final countdown for these entities and their followings. Okay. And our job is to remain high vibrational, okay, high frequency. All right. So when it's judgment time, all right, we will be the ones that make it. Okay. We will be of the frequency that is going to be accepted by the Most High. I told you there's two different energies down here. All right. You got to choose what side you're going to be on. Oh, I appreciate the super chat, man. Endura says, yes, sir. Thank you for the motivation and the game. SR plant based changed my life. Oh, Endura, bro. I really appreciate that, man. I'm very grateful for super chats, especially at this time. My microphone, believe it or not, I had the reason I haven't been on here is because my microphone is broken. And now I'm going to need a new microphone. So anything that you guys, want to pitch in and chip to your boy, I greatly appreciate that, man, because I want to continue to be able to talk and continue to be able to give the knowledge and wisdom that I give. But things are tough for everybody out here, bro. Okay, I'm a single guy. I got bills up the yin yang. I'm just not able to, get the things that I need. So I really appreciate that. That's going to go to good use. It's going to go to help getting myself a new microphone, brother. Thank you very much, my man. Limit Breaker Ultra, I appreciate you, bro, for the $5 super chat, bro. Again, man, thank you guys very much, man. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you guys very much. You didn't have to do that, man, but again, man, I really, really thank you, bro. I understand on how important something like that is in 2025. Thank you again, guys. Amar says, you're the king of SR right now on 18 days. Good for you, bro, Amar. That's what's up, brother. Good for you, man. 18 days is not bad, man. It's not bad at all, bro. Okay. You're on your way, man. Okay. 90 days is what we want to hit, bro. But, 18 days is a very good streak. Congratulations, brother. That's what's up. So I tell him, bro, 90 or trust nobody, bro. Listen, 2025, bro, it's very hard, man. It's very hard, bro. And I wouldn't be out here thinking that that's what you can do. And we've already know that how valuable in 2025 a man's seed is. Okay, you're gonna have women coming out the woodwork, bro, trying to get your seed, bro, trying to get pregnant, bro. All right, so they can, slap you in the system, bro. So they can, get money off of you, bro. So they can, use your little ones against you as a weapon, bro. Okay, when I tell you that Satan, the fallen, are using women to bring about their agenda. Women is the number one tool that they are using against high vibrational men of God. Okay. So if you want to take your risk of going out there and putting your thang in any one of these girls because she dress up cute, you got some problems, bro. Okay, because I guarantee you it's a Jezebel spirit in disguise, bro. Okay, these entities jump from people to people, bro, and I've seen it with my own two eyes, man. Okay, I would not lie to you guys, man. It's unfortunate, but guess what? Everything doesn't last forever, and I believe this just is a season. Okay, hopefully we're on, the big I would say the big cleansing, the big changing period of our civilization where things are going to get better. But until then, guys, I wouldn't be out here playing around with your seed. And I definitely wouldn't be out here playing around with, sex just because of all the STs and the Ds. You don't want to be out here doing that, guys. It's just not safe. So continue to retain your seed. D official, what's up, bro? He said, "Hey, bro, I told you that they was not gonna be receptive to the message for a long time. If you remember, yeah, bro, I've known that for a long time too, bro. But I have to do my job for people who want to do the best that they can do in their lives. That's what I'm here for. I understand we're the minority, okay, in the world of the majority is low vibrational. I understand that, okay, but the Most High did put us here to help who we can help. Okay, I'm just not going to try to force my views on everybody anymore. It's either you're going to do it or you're not. Okay. I'm not here to try to convince anybody of the benefits that I have received on my long streaks of retention. However, I'm not going to sit up here and lie about it either. Okay. I'm going to be forthright. I'm going to be truthful and honest. All right. About what I've experienced in my life. And the people who are ready for the information will take the information and they'll do what they want with it. And that's all I'm here to do. Oh, I appreciate the super chat, Pierce the Third, brother. Thank you very much. He said, all you had to say, brother. We appreciate all hearing from you. It's why I'm also a member. Gotta support those who are showing us the way. I appreciate that, Pierce the Third, my guy. I really do, bro. Thank you very much for that super chat, bro. That was very, very appreciative, or I'm very appreciative of that, man. Thank you very much. All right, guys. So here's what I want to say, man. On the closing statement here, bro. Okay. We understand that semen retention, bro, is a journey through hell. Okay. We understand what we're facing. Okay. Whether you're a believer or a non believer, let me tell you something. You cannot deny what you're seeing in 2025 in our world. You cannot deny all the loss of life, all the unaliving, okay, all of the hate, all of the Batesism, all of the tearing apart of the family, okay, all of the conditioning, okay, all of the stuff that we are being shown in 2025, you cannot deny, okay, that this world is not a world of peace. This is not heaven. Okay. This is not a place where you're going to say that you're going to let your little ones walk outside with nobody's overseeing them. Okay. We understand on where we're living. We understand on what's going on. We understand that you can't trust everybody. If that's the case, we'd be walking around, free, okay, walking around with wearing jewelry, walking around, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning with no protection, letting our little ones play out in the front yard without nobody watching them, okay, trusting people with our food, etc. We understand that this is not the world that we perceive it is. Okay. We're being shown something completely different. Okay. And on semen retention, you're going to see this way more clearer than the average person. Okay. Because the average person is still walking along in this system. Okay. They're still going along with the programming because they still haven't seemed to remember on what it is that they need to do to be able to have the eyes to see. Okay. And unfortunately, they're going to be continue to be NPCs and continue to uphold the system. All right. So what we have to understand as men is we got to understand that we're going to be able to see this a way better than anybody else. Okay. And from that aspect alone, we understand on how we're supposed to walk and protect ourselves. Okay. And this is what makes us so aware. This is what gives us the ability. This is what gives us the knowledge, bro. All right. To be able to continue to walk on our path, bro. All right. Until we're able to reach our destination, which at this point, we're just walking until the Most High returns. Okay. To save his elect. This is what we're here to do. Okay. There is no other plan in order. Okay. We are minorities. Okay. In a world, like I said, a majority of people who are low vibrational and low frequency. And there's going to come a time where we clash heads, and a lot of us already are. Okay. And this is why I've been suggesting to you guys to keep your retention journey to yourself. Okay. Try to stay off the internet with all the positivity because, like I said, you're just going to become a target. And I know most of you are going to want to do what you're going to want to do, but I'm telling you what I've been through, and I'm telling you what a lot of people that I know have been through. And you don't want to go through some of the things that I've been through and I'm currently going through. You don't want to go through those things, man. Okay. All right. I truly believe the ones that are here that are supposed to be doing this job are already doing this job. And everybody else, okay, you should be learning from what it is that we are teaching you. All right. So you should have a better experience at life. All right. So I appreciate, again, everybody that came up in here. Thank you very much for the super chats. Thank you, everybody, for coming in and talk. And I will try to come with you guys hopefully in the next couple days. Okay. I'm going to try to switch it up and try to come with new videos every 3 days now. I'm going to try to do it every 3 days. So I look forward to talking with you guys in the next few days. So you guys have a good rest of the weekend. I love you guys. You guys stay safe, and I will talk to you guys on the next one. Peace, fellas.
Leroy. Bruce Leroy.
Activate the shave line, King.
We're now listening to B-Town Beats. We're now listening to B-Town Beats.
You are now listening to TSLK.
Boy, you look like King Kong with titties.
listening to E-Town Beats. You are now listening to E-Town Beats.
The Shaved Lion King is one hell of a retainer, for real, for real.
Berries too, full of living water. We a pair, you can't tear into. My community is powered up, but we very few. Plate full of fresh fruit, people stop and stare at you. Haters used to test me, yeah, now I dare them to. This is how we made to eat. Y'all thinking it's fair and new. Tell it like it is, cause I care for you. Come up off that cow milk, we know what that dairy do. No bread, no meat, and processed sugar gone. They don't know the truth about food, I'ma put them on. Did it for myself first, now I'm the first to share. Plant a seed and watch it go from earth to air. Veggies and some fresh fruit, that's a perfect pair. Battle dis-ease, watch how I persevere. Plant life taking over cities, alert the mayor. If you claiming vegan plant-based, this is worth a share. Every mama, every daddy, every son and daughter, to the end of the earth, every block and corner. If you wanna do it right, yeah, you know the order. Self-heal, lose weight, even think smarter. Eat water, eat water.